Not really good either, but definitely not bad. It's good to know you're not as incompetent as the rest of your tribe. I'll make sure Vran knows about this.
My men tell me you've been nothing but helpful since you came here. Good. I'm impressed. I must say, you've proved yourself worthy of walking among us. One I would definitely like to meet you. You can enter the temple as a friend of the Del Reader. May Mither grant you an honourable death.
We need to agree on a plan. Camelot will soon realize that something is wrong.
Don't fret. The Dalriada value honor over life. And we gave you...
Aren't you aware that taking the temple was the worst possible idea? This will only quicken Camelot's intervention. If they send Galahad...
You'll treat him like any other enemy of the tribes. And taking control of the temple was... inevitable.
Why? Because you don't like the All-Mother? Or was this meant to be a provocation to warrant Camelot's invasion?
We believe in the same goddess, but we call her Mirror.
That doesn't answer my question.
I thought I heard something. You must have a lot of courage to come all the way here. Before I kill you, tell me, how did you manage to do it? That would explain why there was no bloodshed. I appreciate it, friend of the Dalriada. Perhaps I won't even kill you. They call me One Eye. If you went to the trouble of coming all the way here, I guess you must be looking for me. Do the men of the Horns of the South, Master Commander? Are they yet again stumbling about like babes in the woods? And here I thought the keepers, all locked up in their keep, could at least hold on to just this piece of land, since they haven't been able to defend the entire area for a long time.
Oh, come off it. You don't need to rub it in our faces every chance you get. How many times have we talked about this, huh? Must be a week now, and you still feel the need to gloat. We have a guest. What brings you here? Feargas is a good lad, but he doesn't understand just how deep in shit the South is, or what needs to be done to dig ourselves out of it. I'm doing business, but we should start from the beginning. Who's asking? Caradoc? Haven't heard that name for a very long time, but I do remember that years ago, I gave him a set of our pins. I see you wearing one now. But you don't look like a knight. And knowing him, I doubt you took this pin off his corpse. So, with that out the way, what brings you here? Galahad! That madman's coming here. Damn it. I met him once. He's no knight. He's a butcher. Bloody windfucker will fly from Camelot to the Horns just to hang half the garrison for whatever he himself perceives as disobedience or treason. And I can assure you, there won't be any investigating when he arrives. Oh, well, I knew I couldn't deceive them forever. See, I told you that if he didn't leave the damn temple alone, there'd be trouble.
He's welcome to come here.
Oh, I can't take it anymore. Do you see what I have to deal with here? Don't tell me you're that naive. Do you know how he got the moniker The Pure? He somehow got it into his thick head that evil is rampant everywhere and that it's best to purify it with fire. So he goes around setting everything on fire. Sure, it's pure afterwards because there's nothing left. Well, apart from the ashes of burned corpses, obviously, but that's not something anyone in Camelot cares about, is it? My arse is purer than that fellow, even right after I take a huge dump.
I cannot wait.
See? Both of them are crazy. And unless one of them comes to his senses, the entire South will go up in flames. It will be purified. That's for sure. But I don't plan on dying for Camelot's moronic ideas. The captain of the Horns of the South should support his people. Of course, traditionally, it means supporting Camelot as well. But what difference does it make which banner flies on that keep of ours, eh? Yeah, maybe I don't have a very traditional approach to leadership like Feargas does, but everything I do is for the good of my men. Who do you think persuaded those Camelot snobs to finance the rebuilding of the lighthouse under the guise of restoring the splendor of the South? Me, of course. And I was using that money to stockpile our supplies and strengthen our defenses. I mean, who the hell needs a second lighthouse? Why was it built in the first place? If any northern nobles had ever deigned to move their asses to the south and think about it for 5 seconds, they'd have come up with it themselves, wouldn't they? What do you think? Striking a deal with the tribes is the only way for the Horns of the South to regain its former glory. With their fearless army and reserves of Weirdstone, combined with my business sense, we'll soon make the South independent of those leeches from the capital. If we allow the Del Rida tribes to settle in the south, they'll become a military force all of Avalon will have to reckon with. There will be no more bandits, no more crippling taxes for Camelot. People will be able to peacefully live out the days, no matter how many they have left. This is the only sensible solution. Only through an alliance with the tribes will we regain peace and independence. They'll take care of the fighting and I'll deal with the economy. The people of the south will finally be safe. No more hunger, no more waiting for the lordships in Camelot to kindly turn their coiffed heads in our direction. No more of our blood spilled in raids by desperate bandits. But that's enough talking for now.
Tell her about the crypt.
Why?
Anyone who found a way to get through my men deserves to know. Some people are swayed by arguments, but others need something more tangible. Your vision alone wouldn't persuade any of my people to fight, but I just needed to show them the crypt, and I quickly understood who has always been the true enemy.
I don't really have a choice, do I? In the sunken village, you'll find the entrance to Seawald's crypt. Everyone knows the story about the bad druids who sealed and flooded the place, which is true, but only up to a point. Well, it just so happens that my companion here broke those old seals and replaced them with his own.
Take the sigil.
Behind the statue, you'll find a place where it fits. You'll see that the story is a little different from what we've been telling ourselves. And if that doesn't convince you that the foundations upon which Camelot were built are more the colour of shit than ivory, nothing ever will. You can get into bed with Galahad for all I care.
Go there. See it with your own eyes. Then come back to us. I know we can count on your help.
With our initiative,